We all know that transcription is one of the best ways to improve as an improviser. However, I often find there are two common pitfalls that students get hung up on that limit how much this essential practice habit can help them improve as jazz trombone players. What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining me this week in our efforts to keep things really concise this summer. Let's jump right in. The first issue that I see students running into when they're transcribing is not taking the time to be able to sing the solos that they are working on before they get it together on their instrument. We all just want to get in there and figure out the ideas that a particular player is using right on our horns. However, skipping this step is not only going to make your life harder when you go to actually learn the notes and the rhythms on your instrument, but you're also shortchanging yourself out of the most important elements of transcribing: working on sound, working on feel, working on phrasing. These come from internalizing the solos with your voice. In my own practice, I recently just finished transcribing Steve Davis on his tune Choices from his album Meant to Be. In that solo, he plays this line. Before I, and hopefully you, learn those notes on your horn, you've got to be able to sing that pretty pitch accurately. Now, I'm not a great singer. I actually don't really enjoy singing that much, but it is an essential part of our development. So go slow, work on being pitch accurate, even if you don't feel like you have the best voice. Da 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 da. The second common mistake that I see when working with players on transcriptions is that they don't take the time after they've transcribed the solo to work on applying any of the information they learned from the solo. This could be pulling licks, looking at phrasing ideas, thinking about conceptual ideas that are present in the solo. When you finish the solo, don't immediately move on to the next one. You need to take some time to digest the information that you just learned. If we take that Steve Davis example that I just played, I might break that idea into two halves. I'd probably start by moving that chunk through a bunch of different keys. From there, if you're a fan of this channel, you know I'd probably then try to plug it into some tunes. That's kind of a minor idea. I might put it on some 2/5s, that sort of thing. But really what I want to get to eventually is taking that idea and figuring out how I can vary it and sort of make it my own. If you make sure not to skip out on these steps at the beginning and the end of the transcription process, not only is it going to be easier to actually figure out the notes on your horn, but you're also going to get so much more mileage out of the transcriptions that you invest time in. Cool. We'll see you in the woodshed.